All right. Hopefully we are live. Maybe we're live. All right. Looks like we've got this up. I just want to do this stream. I don't know. I feel like talking about the Packers Cardinals game. It's quite the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and send this out to Discord, and if any of you guys want to join the stream, just let me know. So I just want to sort of know everybody's thoughts on that final interception with AJ Green pretty much just not reacting at all to the ball being thrown his way. I'm really curious to see what everybody thinks. I thought that was kind of just weird. I don't know if he heard a whistle or if he thought he saw a flag or what was going on there. But I'm assuming that AJ Green saw or heard or thought he saw or heard something. So really just a interesting ending to the game. I mean, that's a drive that Arizona was having a lot of success on. And I almost wonder if it was kind of rushed because they went ahead and took that last time out. I'm not entirely sure if that was the greatest decision. But outside of Arizona's struggles, you have to look at how Green Bay played this game. This is an excellent game coached by Matt LaFleur. The run game was on point for Green Bay. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones each had very nice nights, and we really saw those two balanced out the workload once again. For Arizona, they didn't play their best offensive game, but they were able to get some things clicking in the second half. They scored 2 touchdowns, and they had a chance at the end to potentially take a lead within the final 30 seconds. The DeAndre Hopkins injury certainly did not help. But that can't really be an excuse when Green Bay is missing Devontae Adams. Robert Tonyan did get hurt. All right. I think I'm back. Not entirely sure what I just did. All right. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how much the Robert Tonyan injury actually impacted the game. But my main point being, Arizona, they don't really have an excuse for the slow offensive start. But I think they were just really outcoached and outplayed by Green Bay. The Packers are an excellent team. Aaron Rodgers did a great job doing his thing and making the plays that he needs to make to win this game. It was really just an incredible game. And, as I mentioned, I was just really impressed mainly with the coaching performance of Matt LaFleur. But for Arizona, you gotta watch that Hopkins injury. You don't want that to become a lingering thing throughout the course of the season. Of course, Arizona now they fall to 7-1, and they should still be atop the NFC. Actually, that would go to Green Bay now, but they still have the lead in the NFC West with that head-to-head victory over the Rams, and that's gonna be crucial later in the season. But for Arizona, you just need to make sure and keep DeAndre Hopkins healthy. Just make sure that he is healthy, make sure that he's comfortable, and make sure that there are no issues down the road because those hamstring injuries, sometimes they can get a little messy. So I'm really curious to see how this season really carries on for Arizona, responding to their first loss. They get a long week before they play the 49ers next week. That's going to be another big division game. They've definitely been the better team this year, but there's no guarantees in these division rivalries. Going on the road, that certainly will not be easy. but you're giving Hopkins and Kyler Murray on that last play with the injury. You're giving those guys some time to recover from any injuries they may have suffered. But I think Arizona's in a really good place as a team right now. Of course, I had them number one in my power rankings, and I've had them there for quite a few weeks, and they're not going to drop very far. But I don't know. Not totally sold on Arizona as a team. But I think some of that might just be overreacting to one just sort of slow performance from Kyler Murray and this Cardinals offense. Once again, missing DeAndre Hopkins certainly did not help that one bit. But I think Arizona will be set up very, very well. So kind of curious to see how this NFL weekend goes. There's not a lot of big games, but there's a couple that could mean some stuff down the road. One game that I'm really intrigued by that I think is kind of flying under the radar is the Steelers-Browns matchup. This one's at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And right now, Pittsburgh's 3-3, and Cleveland, they're only 4-3. A lot of people really hyping up this team in the offseason, and they've been fine. But they're only 4-3 right now, and this could be a really big game. Still some question marks for some of your top players on offense for the Browns as to whether or not they're going to play in this game. And that could really determine what this game looks like. If Pittsburgh is able to win this game, they could take a serious step in one of the better divisions in football in the AFC North. Titans-Colts could be interesting. Indianapolis is actually favored in that game. And if Indy can somehow pull that one off, get to 4-4, and gain a game on Tennessee, that one could be big down the road. And Patriots-Chargers is one that I'm looking forward to. There's some solid games this week. Buccaneers-Saints. We're going to learn a lot about the Saints this weekend. Going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady's already got 21 passing touchdowns this year. And then Cowboys-Vikings. I think this one has the potential to be a shootout. But the health of Dak Prescott is really going to determine what this game looks like. How healthy is Dak? How able is he as far as moving? And also Trayvon Diggs is listed on the injury report. Looks like he's dealing with a little bit of an ankle, but sounds like he's going to be able to go. But for Dallas, the injuries are catching up to you once again. And that was a big issue with Dallas last year, and it looks like it could be one this year. You already have Michael Gallup on IR, Tyron Smith, Trayvon Diggs, Dak Prescott. You really don't want these injuries to begin to pile up for what's really been a special season for Dallas. But I think there's some pretty solid games this weekend. I think we're going to learn a lot about some of the better teams in the NFL and a few of those NFC teams. I think the NFC, definitely the better conference, but I think it's also the more intriguing conference just with how many teams are there at the top. The depth at the top is really amazing. You've got the Packers and Cardinals are two of the best teams. The Rams are certainly up there. The Buccaneers and the Cowboys certainly could be up there too. I think it's a really good conference. And I think we've got a really big weekend here in the NFL. So, I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and, talk some post-game, talk some NFL. I don't really do these a lot, but I'm going to try to do some more streams. I want to start doing some Friday night, football talk or whatever. So I might try to do a little bit more of that. I got to figure out like a consistent schedule though, something that you guys can sort of expect to get as far as the schedule goes. But thank you to anybody who came out here and watched the stream. I appreciate it. And if you got any questions, comments, any of that fun stuff, want to talk about the game in the comments, that's what the comments are for. Also, you can talk to me on my Discord server. And, my other channels, of course, are all linked where they usually are. Once again, thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Packers get close victory over the Cardinals. A little bit of a weird ending, but Green Bay earned it. Thank you guys for watching once again, and I'll see you guys next time.